Welcome to our new podcast show, Vigyan Pe Charcha, Season 1 and Episode 1, the show that brings the knowledge and simplifies the science learning. This series is brought to you by our CSIO JIGYASA team under CSIO JIGYASA program for science promotion in school. JIGYASA is all about asking questions and look for their answers. I am Dr. Pooja, Principal Scientist at CSIO, the host of this show, and with me is Mr. Paramjeet Singh, Science Teacher, Government Model Senior Secondary School, my co-host.
Thank you very much, Dr. Pooja. It's really a great moment for me and matter of great pleasure for me to be a co-host of this show.
There is plenty of room at the bottom, once said by Professor Richard Feynman, and today we understand it very well. In today's world, we call it as nanoscience and nanotechnology or material science, which is an art of engineering atoms at nanoscale.
Dear listeners, what if your clothes never gets dirty? What if we can walk like a gecko on wall? What if the clothes you wear can give you information about your all health parameters? What if we can convert atmospheric carbon dioxide to valuable chemicals? Let's get answer to these from our expert on call, Dr. Pooja, who is also host today. Dr. Pooja and her research group is working in the applied material science, and her main focus is on the development of materials, method, processes for energy and environmental applications. Dr. Pooja, what actually is nanotechnology?
All of us have studied about matter. The property of any matter depends upon how the atoms are arranged. And nanotechnology is all about controlling the matter, designing and producing the structures and manipulating the molecules or atoms at nanoscale and getting the properties we want.
That sounds interesting. Is it a new field?
Not actually. It has been existing in ancient era. During 4th century AD, the Romans used nanoparticles in structure for setting example in the field of material science and nanotechnology. We can take Lycurgus cup as one of the oldest examples from the British Museum collection in glass industry. Have you heard about dichroic glass? Let me tell you about dichroic glass. It describes about the two types of glass which changes color in different lighting conditions. It changes green color in the presence of direct light and red purple light when it shines through glass. And also if we see in our daily life, the gold we wear is yellowish in color. But when you bring it to nanoscale, it changes its color from red to purple.
I am wondering how these atoms can be controlled.
We can make control size material, also known as nanomaterials. They are of dimension within 100 nanometer. At this size, the number of atoms are controlled. We can make them either by top-down or the bottom-up approach.
Great. These approaches are really interesting. What exactly are these approaches?
Let me give you some examples. Say, if I break down a stone to small pieces, we call it as a top-down approach. And when we arrange bricks one upon another to make a wall, we call it as a bottom-up approach.
This sounds interesting, but what makes these materials so special?
Actually, at this dimension, these materials get new properties. Why is it so? There are two fundamental reasons behind it. One is high surface to volume ratio and second is the quantum confinement.
Dr. Pooja, can you elaborate a little?
Okay, let me put forward one more example. Say we have a bowl of rice and rice powder. Which one you think will have high water absorption capacity?
Of course, rice powder.
You're absolutely right. So you see the material is same, that is rice. But when you change it to powder, basically bring it down to smaller size, its properties change. This happens because its surface area increases over normal lines. This is what happens in nanomaterials as well. You have more atoms on the surface due to which they have different properties like catalysis, good thermal conductivity, excellent mechanical strength.
I hope all our listeners have learnt about this amazing field. I am eager and curious to know how this field has evolved over the years. Dr. Pooja, please enlighten us.
So, as of now, we have generated a lot of fundamental knowledge through basic research in nanotechnology over last decade. Now, there is need to apply this knowledge for new product development. Like if you talk about nature's example, hydrophobic leaves, or we say hydrophobic clothes around that. So now many products are there which has reached to commercial level. Yet a lot of work is required to be done to reach the full potential.
Dr. Pooja, from the side of the listeners, I have a question. How our listeners, especially students, can make their career in this field? I mean, in what way they can contribute in the development, in the progress of nanotechnology field?
This field has application in every domain, be it healthcare, agriculture, strategic sector, environment, energy, and many more. Students can enter into this field after 12th as well as graduation. Many institutes offer dual degree in nanotechnology, materials engineering after plus 2. Even after BSc, BTech, they can choose to pursue this field in their post-graduation.
Dr. Pooja, what CSIO can offer to school students in this evolving field, that is nanotechnology?
At CSIO, we give an exposure of this field to the students at different levels. The student at school level, they can visit our laboratories as well as hands-on experience during their summer or winter DIY workshop which we conduct under CSIO JIGYASA program. I welcome and would appreciate all the students to contact us for their curiosity and further queries in this field as well as any visit they want to have in our institute.
Thank you very much, Dr. Pooja. Indeed, it has been a fruitful discussion today for me as well as for our dear listeners.
Thank you very much, Paramjeet ji, for co-hosting today's episode. I thank my JIGYASA team member, especially Meenakshi, and JIGYASA model, Dr. Nija, for all the support to go ahead to bring this podcast series in reality. So we will catch you soon in our next podcast series, and you can also follow us on our social media handle, that is on Facebook and Twitter. Link is available on the cover page. We will have our next podcast on AI and robotics. Stay tuned until then. Goodbye.
Really, we will wait for the next podcast. Please continue. Thank you very much.